Hi Scorpio, welcome to your August 2023 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you're new here, welcome. This is still a relatively new YouTube channel, so if you found me, hey, hi, welcome. I will be providing monthly energy readings minimally. It just really depends on my time constraints. But I am taking personal readings. I launched my website at the end of June, so I will link that below. If you are curious about my offerings, you can check that out. As I mentioned, this will be a general energy reading for the month of August for the Scorpio collective. So put yourself where you go. Take what resonates, leave the rest. The messages may resonate, they may not. It is a collective reading and it's not a personal reading. So if you would like a personal reading, again, check out my offerings. It is July 20th. Somehow we're fastly approaching the end of July as well as the end of Cancer season. So I hope Cancer season has treated you well, Scorpio. We will be moving into Leo season on July 22nd, which is also the same day that we have Venus going retrograde in Leo. And we just had the Cancer new moon this past Monday on the 17th, as well as the lunar nodes moving to the Aries Libra axis. We've got like 7 planets in retrograde. I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow astrology, and the energies have been intense. So if you've been feeling it, so are the rest of us. Hope you're taking care of yourself. In any event, let's get your reading started. I'm going to start off with 5 cards for the overall energy. Then we will pull some clarifiers, and then we'll close it out with a card from the animal spirit deck. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Please help me with providing a clear and accurate reading for the Scorpio collective. Something I want to make sure I mention is energy is fluid, as is time. You have free will. You know what's going on in your life better than anybody else, Scorpio. So always trust yourself, your own intuition, and understand that you have free will. So if something comes out in the reading that you aren't super happy with, know that you can change your perspective, can change how you deal with a situation or a person or even yourself. All right. One more card, Spirit, for Scorpio. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Can I get one more card? That's 2. One more card. Thank you, spirit, angels, and guides. Messages we have for Scorpio. Oop. Okay. Now let's pull some clarifiers here. When I'm looking at the first set of cards, for me, it's feeling like this is work, career, finance related, life purpose related, because I don't see any cups yet, but we will see what comes out in the clarifiers. All right. Spirit, why is the Knight of Pentacles here for Scorpio? And then just as I say it, right, like King of Cups comes out. So maybe this is love, Scorpio. Why is the Emperor reversed, Spirit? One of my favorite readers, Jessica from High Priestess Healing Tarot, she does readings very specifically for the Pisces collective. I'm a Pisces Sun, Rising, Aries Moon. And sometimes she's called it true crime tarot because, you know, like you're pulling cards, and especially when it's a collective reading, you're not quite sure where things are going to go and you're like piecing it together. So like, yeah, I like her perspective. It makes it fun. Okay. Death card, Scorpio. All right. I'll probably pull some additional cards for further clarification once I get through the initial cards that we've got out here. All right, so Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Knights are all about action, but you can see that this knight is standing still. So whatever action or message that's coming toward you, Scorpio, it's taken a very long time to get here, but it seems like it's going to be arriving during the month of August. It's clarified by King of Cups. So this very well could be an offer of love. It doesn't necessarily have to be. This is literally, as of now, this is the only cup that I am seeing in this particular spread. So this could also be a family member. It could be an emotionally intelligent, you know, authority figure of some type, maybe a boss, I don't know. Whatever it is, there's some sort of offer that's taken a long time to come to you during the month of August. And it's coming from a King of Cups. Now, this is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Earth energy can be very slow, right? 3D reality is very dense. Oftentimes we can feel it before we see it. Kind of a little tip there for you, Scorpio, with regard to manifestation. In the sense that you have to be in the energy first before it manifests in 3D reality. Oftentimes people, when they're working through setting intentions and manifesting, they get really stuck on the like, I feel like it's coming, but where the hell is it? And they start to lose faith and they feel like things aren't going right. So for me, this is spirit admonishing you, Scorpio, to keep the faith, that there is a grounded offer coming towards you. I don't know if this is love. I don't know if this is career. I'm not really sure, but it's coming from an emotionally stable place. And I believe that you feel this intuitively, even if you don't see it. All right. Now, Emperor in reverse, clarified by 10 of Wands in reverse. During the month of August, Scorpio, you are going to be challenged with your tendency to be a workaholic, to burn yourself out, to believe that you have to do it all and be it all. You're going to be struggling with that. You're also going to be struggling to walk away from a situation. I don't know if this is work. I personally get the feeling that it is, which would make sense because I believe June was about work as well. Overworking yourself, burning yourself out, doing the most all the time, and suffering the consequences of that and not being able to remove yourself from that unhealthy toxicity of workaholism, it's not good for you, Scorpio. But I definitely see that you're struggling with that, which is, it's understandable. These are not easy changes or transitions. There is an opportunity for a new passionate beginning. And it is being brought to you and supported by spirit. And you are being asked to trust divine guidance for this new opportunity, because the current situation that you're in, and again, I keep getting work, it's not bearing fruit, okay? You're working your ass off, Scorpio, and you are not getting anywhere. You're staying stuck. You're going around in circles. But you have an opportunity to come out of overthinking, insomnia, and stress. You will have that opportunity. You have an opportunity to come out of this place of needing to rest, and it's going to come as a result of a death, an ending to this situation. So I don't know if this is like the job's going to end, or you're finally going to decide that you can't do this anymore. I see the struggle, and it's like, you know that you need to change this, but you're struggling with it. I think you've been in your masculine, and you know, there's no gender in tarot. This is just an energy. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but masculine energy, when it's toxic, it's workaholism. It's like always doing, thinking that you have to do it all and be it all for everyone, and like literally overworking yourself and overextending yourself, right? And like it can be difficult to let go of that energy dynamic when you're so used to being in that place of overdoing, overextending yourself and overworking. But that's literally the problem, right? You have an opportunity for something new, but like the sleepless nights, the anxiety isn't going to end until you accept that this way of being, this job, this contract, this project you've been investing in, it's not actually bearing fruit for you. This way of being needs to die, Scorpio. This is your card. There is no life without death. There is no love without heartbreak, right? Like it's all a part of it. And with this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, we are all really, and now that we've got the Venus retrograde, which Venus, oftentimes people just think of love and relationships, but it also has a lot to do with our finances, with our values around work and career and life purpose. And you're going to have to accept that the way that you've been operating, it's not actually working for you. It's taking you a long time to get here. And again, like, this very well could be an opportunity that's being provided by spirit for you. This could maybe not be a person. It could be like it's taking you a long time to come to this place of knowing that you need to make a different choice and you need to work in a different way. And you need to walk away from this place of being a workaholic, of being available to people 24/7 and working in a job or project that actually you aren't getting anywhere fast. You're just spinning your wheels. You're going to have to stand your ground. You're going to have to be willing to enforce boundaries. You're going to have to be willing to hurt some feelings, potentially, you know, cut off certain relationships, whether that very well may be people that you have had long-term relationships with. You know, you may be afraid of like, what are people going to think if I stop being available all the time? But like, Scorpio, if you don't choose yourself, nobody else is going to. We have been conditioned in this codependent way and this people-pleasing way, and the nodes moving into the Aries Libra axis is giving us an opportunity to reassess, like, how do we balance self and individuality and our own happiness with the collective, with community, with family, with friends, with work, right? Like, you are going to piss some people off, especially when you've been in this place, Scorpio, of believing the lie that if you just always do the most and give the most and burn yourself out, that somehow you're going to be rewarded for that. You're not. You're not, Scorpio. People are just going to keep taking advantage of you if you keep overextending yourself. I'm sorry to say. Surround yourself during the month of August with people who love you and celebrate you and are going to help you reconnect to what makes you happy. Because, Scorpio, listen to me. You have this one life, okay? If you're unhappy all the time, if you're stressed out all the time, what's the point? If you are not having a good time, what's the point? Working from a place of scarcity and believing if I don't do it all, I'm going to be broke, I'm going to be homeless. If you believe that, it's going to be true, right? You need to surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you to choose yourself and are going to support you when you have to cut off these bad habits and these people that take advantage of your hardworking nature. You're a very loyal sign. One of my best friends is a Scorpio. Love Scorpios. Yeah, it's time to move into your Queen of Swords energy, Scorpio. It's time to enforce those boundaries. It's time to be your own protective energy. It's time to do what only you can do for yourself. No one's coming to save you, Scorpio. It's you. It is you. You are your own savior. I'm gonna get a couple more cards for Scorpio. Spirit. You might definitely have some challenges and fears with making this move. I understand, right? Like, this is more and more, I'm starting to feel like you're this knight. It's like, you know you need to do this. You know you need to move in a new direction. You know you need to take a new path, but you're scared. It's understandable, right? Especially, like I said, this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is really causing a lot of havoc in the economy. So feeling insecure financially right now is totally understandable. We are all going through it. We are all going through it. That's why you got to surround yourself with people who love you and support you and honor you and don't get hurt by your boundaries and are going to admonish you and be like, yeah, stop killing yourself for a job that doesn't give two shits about you. You're going to be coming out of mental conflict, but you are going to have to decide to let this thing die. If you don't choose yourself, Scorpio, you're just going to continue to hurt and harm yourself. Things are not going to get better if you keep doing what you've always done, right? Like, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity, okay? Like, I think you've been in the game long enough to know that if you allow this to continue, that's what's going to happen. You're the only one that can save yourself, Scorpio. One more card for Scorpio, please. Thank you, Spirit. I get one more card. Not three. Although I saw Strength, and that is a card of Leo. Oh, you have an opportunity to come into a place of balance in yourself and in your relationships. But you have to make that choice, Scorpio. No one else is going to do it. Nothing's going to change until you do. Nothing's going to move until you do. You can stay stuck. You can keep thinking about it. But it's going to come to an end one way or the other. Okay? Oh, we've got two cards from the Animal Spirit deck. So I'm going to read both of them. I don't know if I've gotten Horse before. That's a cute one. I'm going to read from the book, so give me a second. So, Horse is earth energy, and that's the first one. So I'll read that one first. Okay. Horse, momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. The horse, and it made me think of this horse that the knight is on. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive, that you can ride on its back toward any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When in balance, achieves anything and never gives up. When out of balance, runs away and feels weak. To bring into balance, strength training. Sounds like you need to fortify your spiritual and physical practices. Meditate, do some yoga, you know, get on the treadmill, do whatever it is that you need to do to like build that understanding within yourself that you are stronger and more capable than you give yourself credit for, Scorpio. Not to like put on my coaching hat, but from my own personal experience, once I really prioritize myself, my boundaries, my mental well-being, my physical well-being, my emotional well-being, my spiritual well-being, and I started practicing consistently, going to yoga 3 days a week, meditating, journaling. Doing those things on a consistent basis builds trust with ourselves and also reminds us of how strong you are. So like for me, right, like building strength within my body to do certain poses in yoga, it helps remind me of how strong I am when I deal with emotional issues or work issues or whatever it is, right? So you need to reconnect with yourself, release that energy, right? Like, so I would say that this workaholism, this stress from work, right? Our body holds on to that energy. And if we're not actively doing movement exercises of some sort on a regular basis, that energy stays stuck. So whatever you're doing, I don't think it's enough, Scorpio. You need to be doing more, and not like as a judgment, as a like, you need to start looking at taking care of yourself as your top priority, and that's actually what you need to do in order to live your best life. It should not be an obligation. It's how you take care of and love yourself. You have to change your perspective. Start looking at this job as, you know, an obligation that you want to let go of, and start learning to love taking care of yourself. Learn to be proud of prioritizing your own needs over work, right? Like, we've been so conditioned to be hyper productive and hustle culture and like, ooh, look how much I accomplished at work. But at what cost, Scorpio? All right, frog, clearing, cleansing, healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on the land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished. So it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted and running on empty. To bring into balance, you need to go to the lake, the river, the ocean, or to a bathhouse. I think that's pretty clear, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope these messages resonated for you, Scorpio, and I'll see you next time. Bye.